Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Guys. Hello, everybody. Nice to see all of you all here in the class 4. So I just couldn't realize we have already reached the last class of this course of the world of word illustration. So in the previous classes, in the previous 3 classes, we have focused on typical words and we have made sure that we create an illustration in such a way that the true meaning of that word is being reflected by the illustration that we create or the artwork that we are creating onto the paper. So that is wholly the essence of word illustration. And I think by now a lot of you all have mastered these techniques. I've been observing many of you making your submissions consistently, and also in terms of the progress, a lot of you all have progressed really, really well in terms of working with different mediums, in terms of the typical way in which you present your artworks. So good job, really well done. Everybody is doing awesome, and that is typically also the reason that we also make the class a step higher with every new class. So every new class is like a step ahead for all of you all, because you guys already are so talented that you grasp some techniques so quickly and put it onto paper so well that while we are watching all your submissions, that's the whole point of discussion that we have, that how talented these bunch of kids are and how important it is for us to make sure that every class is a step ahead for you. So even this class is going to be a step ahead for you in terms of your learnings about word illustration as a whole. So yeah, so I hope all of you are doing really, really well and all excited for this class. So I'm just gonna give you a few moments to give me a thumbs up in the chat section that you guys are ready with your art materials and you're all excited for the last class of this course to begin. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section. Come on, give me a thumbs up. Give me a big, bright smile, because it's good to start anything with a nice, bright smile. So I want all of you all to give me a nice, bright smile. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section that you guys are ready with your art materials. The list of art materials is already provided on the website for the title of each course. But in case you have missed on to something or want a quick checklist, do not worry, because you know how much in detail I discuss these art materials. So first of all, give me quick thumbs ups in the chat section that you guys are ready with your art materials and you would love to get the class started. Yes, come on, quickly. Give me a nice, beautiful smile. So Sneha is giving a nice smile. Parth is giving me a bright smile. Raj is giving me a bright smile. Dhruvil giving me a nice, bright smile. Come on, everybody. I want to see all the smiling faces on the screen. Quickly. So everybody who's joining in, do not worry, we haven't started yet. Just give me a thumbs up that you're ready for the class. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section that you're ready for the class with your art materials. Give me a bright smile. Yes, come on. Kushi is giving me a nice, beautiful smile. Okay, awesome. So lot many smiles and thumbs ups coming in. So I'm going to quickly share the screen. We'll get started by discussing the art materials and then eventually begin the class. Okay. Awesome. So I'm just share the screen. I hope you are able to see it as well. I hope it's visible. Okay. Awesome. So let us get started now. We'll start by discussing the art materials as usual. Awesome. So first I have an A5 size white drawing sheet over here. This is an A5 size. This is white drawing sheet. In case you're not having an A5 size of drawing sheet, you have a larger size, you have an A4 size, you can just cut it into half, you will have an A5 size of white sheet. In case you're not having an A5 size, you're having a size which is smaller than A5, you can use that as well, but make sure that your illustrations are drawn a little smaller so that they fit onto the sheet of paper. In case you're not having white sheet of paper, any other colored sheet of paper that is available at your place on which you can draw easily, that would be fine as well. In case you're not having any of these, I am sure you must be having a notebook at your place. So you can just go grab a sheet from your notebook, or if you don't want to tear out a sheet from your notebook, and you can simply use a plain side of the notebook, a sheet of the notebook itself. So I'm sure you must be having something like this, any kind of paper just to draw upon. That's the first basic art material. We need a sheet of paper. I'm not being very typical about the sheet of paper because you all know we should be focusing a lot more on the techniques and the learnings of the class instead of focusing too much on the art materials. Okay. Of course, the art materials are required, specific art materials are required for specific class. But in case you're not having 2 or 3 of those, it's not something that you should miss onto. That's not the case where you should be skipping a class. You can still attend the class without the materials. You can get some learnings, you can get some knowledge about the creativity that is being shared. So make sure that you're focusing a lot more on the learning and the knowledge aspects of the class rather than the art materials all the time. Okay, so that's the first basic art material, a sheet of paper. Second, I have a pencil over here for creating the rough sketches. So that's a pencil. So a pencil is a must for creating the rough sketch. Third, over here, I have a black sketch pen. So this is a black sketch pen, a tiny one that I have at my place. But in case you're not having a black sketch pen, you can also use a black ballpoint pen or a black gel pen or a black marker. Do not worry if you don't have a black sketch pen. You can also use a black gel pen, ball pen, marker, or in case you're not having any of these, you can completely skip this particular art material. So this is just when we overdraw our rough sketch with the black sketch pen to make it look a little neater. But in case this is not available, this black sketch pen or something in black ink is not available at your place, do not worry, you can completely skip this process and you can still take part in today's activity. Okay, so that's the third material. And again, I'm calling it an optional material as a black sketch pen itself. And fourth that we need are these two crayons. So again, if you see, I'm using these two basic colors over here, a yellow and a green. So I'm not being very typical about the shades also over here. So it's a yellow color wax crayon and a light green color of wax crayon. You can either use oil pastels, you can use wax crayons, plastic crayons, color pencils, any sort of medium you want to use. You can even use paints, as a matter of fact, if you're not having crayons. But I would be using these wax crayons, and typically only these two shades are required in this class. Any shade of green would be fine: dark green, light green, bottle green, sap green, any green would work, and a shade of yellow. These are the two shades that we need, and I'm going to use these crayons. You can use crayons if you want. You can use oil pastels, color pencils, paints, anything you're comfortable with. Just make sure that if you're using paints, you also need to have a water container and a paint brush along with you so that you can paint easily. So just two of these checkpoints for everybody who's using paints. But if you're using crayons, you're just good to get started with. Okay. So that is all that we need in today's class. That is pretty much all the art materials that we require in today's class. So that is all that we need, and we are all set to now get started. So let us first begin by creating the rough sketch. And as you all know, for the first time when I draw, I want all of you all to observe on the screen about what am I creating. So just for the first time when I'm creating something, all eyes on the screen, and when I repeat it, you can create along with me. Okay, so just for the first time now, since I'm drawing something, make sure your eyes are on the screen, and then when I repeat it, you're drawing it for yourself. Okay, so let us begin. So I'll start by creating a curved area over here. So I think by now you are already aware about the word of today's class. The word is pineapple. So today's word is pineapple, and we are going to create a word illustration of this word, that is pineapple. So first things first, we are just going to create a rough sketch of a pineapple, and then I'll show you how can we fit the word pineapple into a pineapple. Okay, so let us focus on the screen now. I've just started by creating a curve that is nothing but the base of the pineapple. That is what I've created. And the same curve on the opposite side, of course, making it look like the pineapple itself. So I somewhat create an oval, but it has an open edge at the top because we are going to top it with the leaves of the pineapple. So this is nothing but the main fruit of the pineapple that I've created over here, just an oval shape with a little opening at the top side. Okay. And then we are going to quickly draw these leaves at the top. So look at it for the first time. So I simply create these leaves at the top. People generally call this like the crown of the pineapple. Do you know that? So this is the crown of the pineapple that I'm drawing. Do not worry, I would be repeating it for you, but just for the first time, it's good to observe it on the screen because it will make the process of drawing a lot more easier. Okay. So that is how we create these leaves, the crown of the pineapple, and also some side leaves over here. Then at the top portion, we are going to give some tiny leaves. Okay, so we have a rough sketch of pineapple ready over here. I know all of you must be observing on the screens. I'm going to quickly take you back. I'm going to repeat it, and this time for everybody who hasn't drawn, you can draw along with me. Okay, so let us get started from here. We are going to start by creating the main fruit of the pineapple, the main oval area of the pineapple. So we start by creating a curved area. So we start by creating a curve first, and we're utilizing the entire sheet if you see. So I'm moving on to the sides and I'm taking it right till the bottom of the sheet. Make use of the entire area of the sheet as far as possible. Okay, so I hope you guys have also created this oval with a little opening at the top by now. This is nothing but the main fruit of the pineapple that we have created. Okay. So I hope you guys have already drawn this oval. I'm giving you a few moments In case you haven't drawn this yet, quickly draw this oval shape with a little opening at the top. Okay, awesome. And then we are going to give some leaves at the top, just like the crown of the pineapple. So we start from the sides and we create these pointed leaves over here. Okay, so look at this particular leaf over here, a little pointed. So that's how we are going to go about with this entire top section. So just the similar kind of a pointed leaf we are going to draw on the opposite side. Okay. Awesome. And now we are going to just carry out the same process of drawing these pointed leaves. You can play with the size, you can make it larger, you can make it smaller, you can make it how you want it to be. So we go about by drawing these leaves right till the middle of it. And then we give few leaves over here and some at the sides. So I'm just giving these two tiny leaves at the side as well. And now for this top section, we're again going to draw these tiny leaves over here. Okay. So pretty much this is the basic sketch of a pineapple ready in front of us, and it's now time for the showstopper, that is the word illustration part of this class. So this time again, I want all of y'all to carefully observe it on the screens and then create it for yourself. Okay, so we are just done with the basic rough sketch of a pineapple, and it's now time to fit the word pineapple into this pineapple. Okay, so in case you do not know what am I just saying, fitting the pineapple into pineapple, make sure you have your eyes on the screen so that it makes sense to you. Okay, so once done, it's now time to fit the word pineapple. So just inside the main fruit area, as I say, the oval area, here we are going to add the word pineapple, and it is going to be a little different in terms of the technique as compared to the previous class. So make sure that you're not rushing the process, you're carefully observing it and then drawing it for yourselves. Okay, so I start from the corner. I'm just overdrawing a part of the curve. Not worry, I'll take you word by word. I'll take you word by word. So that's the first alphabet P. Okay. So that's the first alphabet over here. That's P. And look how I've created it. I've used the boundary of the pineapple itself, and then I've created this alphabet. Okay. So quickly repeating it for you all. Let's get started now. It would be best if you are going word by word along with me. So for everybody who hasn't started yet, it's time to get started with the first alphabet. And we're writing the word P. We start from the edge itself. We draw a horizontal line over here. I'm drawing a horizontal line over here. Then I move to the top section and I give a slight squared area followed by the vertical line. So this is the area that we have created. And now just at this particular area, I'm going to draw a square to make it look like a double outline to P. Okay, so that's the first alphabet P for pineapple. The first alphabet of pineapple, P is ready. Let's move to the next word now. So for the next word, the next alphabet, it is I, and we are going to have it in perfect complement with the area of the previous word. So if you see the area or the slope of this word, even the I is created in such a manner. Okay, so this is what we are going to follow in this class. We are going to make sure that the whole word or the alphabet is perfectly complementing each other. They are in perfect sync with each other. Okay, so if you see two of these words up to two of these alphabets up till now, they are in perfect sync with each other because of the slope over here. Since the slope of P is designed in such a way, even the I has been created in such a way so that there's a sync between the alphabets. Okay, so quickly repeating it for you all, it's time to draw again. So we start by creating the next alphabet, that is I. Okay, giving it a circle. So that's P and I done. And we are not going to follow any stringent rules that following capitals or small alphabets only. You can use a combination of both capital and small, however you want it to be. So let's get started with the next alphabet, that is N, and I'm going to make it capital now. So again, if you see, I'm making it in perfect complement with the slope of I. Make sure there's enough space at the bottom area because we are just done with one half of the word up till now. So that's N. Quickly repeating it for y'all. Quickly repeating it for y'all. Quickly repeating the alphabet N for y'all. Okay, there we go. And then bringing it down and upwards and finishing it off with a horizontal line. We are done with the three alphabets of the word P, I, and N. Let's move to the next alphabet now, that is E, which would be easy to fit over here now. So again, I'm making use of a capital alphabet only. So that's pine, almost very in front of us. Quickly repeating it for y'all. Okay, let's begin from here. So we were on N. We completed the N alphabet in this way, and then for E, we again make use of the same flow and then draw it in such a way. So again, the point to be noted over here is that all of my alphabets are within this oval region only. Okay, they are in oval region, and the second was, if you could spot, I told you that all of these alphabets are going to be in perfect sync with each other. Let's take an example of these two alphabets over here. If you see the slope of P over here, if you see the way in which it is moving, the way in which the lines of this alphabet P are moving, even the I has been moving in the same way, and that is what is we call it as perfect synchronization between the words. Okay, so that is a perfect synchronization between the alphabets that we have been following here. And also make sure that there's enough space at the bottom because we are only done with the first half of the word, that is pine. We are still to go with apple. So that is what we are going to write down over here. So I hope all of you all are done with the first half, that is pine. And now the similar technique, exactly the similar technique for the half of the word, that is apple. So pine and then moving down for apple. So again, we start by simply writing the word A, the alphabet A over here. And this time make sure that you're making the alphabets a little close to each other because we have A, P, P, L, E. We have 5 alphabets to fit in over here. In the earlier portion, that pine portion, we had only 4 alphabets and it was pretty easy to fit in over here. But this time, make sure that for the lower portion, apple, pine, apple, apple portion, you're fitting it easily into that space. So that was the first alphabet, quickly repeating it for you all now. Repeating it for y'all. That's the first alphabet on the lower section. That is A. And again, if you see, I'm not moving out of this oval. I'm staying within it. I'm giving all of these alphabets within this oval region only. Okay. And let's move to the next word now. I think by now you must have got an idea about how are we going to proceed. So if you see, just because I have to fit in these alphabets, I'm making them a little thinner than usual. That's again P. Then we have L. Do not worry, I would be repeating it for you all for the first time. Let's get it done right till the end. Okay, so I'm just done with the first attempt of writing the word pineapple. I'm going to quickly repeat it right from here. So make sure that if you have missed onto something, you have your eyes on the screen now. So I'm on to the next alphabet, that is P. And I'm again following the similar technique of giving these double outlines as far as possible. And make sure that you're drawing the alphabets a little thinner again so that they fit into that space. Okay, awesome. That's L, and lastly we have an E. It's fine if the size of your alphabets are not uniform. It's totally fine because by now you already know that there are no rules to be followed in word illustration. We can do absolutely anything and everything that we want. Okay, so now the next step is to just outline things over here with the black sketch pen, but just make sure, do not be in a hurry. Listen to me carefully before we go ahead. Do not outline the oval area of the pineapple. Just outline or overdraw the pointed leaves and the alphabets. Do not outline anything else apart from that. That is nothing but do not outline the oval region. Just outline or overdraw the leaves and the alphabets only. Okay. So I hope you are taking a point of that. We are not going to outline the oval area. So just outlining the leaves, and I'm going to rest outline the alphabets that we have created. Okay. So for everybody who couldn't manage to get a black sketch pen, black ball pen, black gel pen, or a marker, it's totally fine. You can just skip this process until then, see what your friends are doing, see how are they creating their artworks. And if you like any of these, you can quickly write it in the chat section that you guys are doing really well. Okay. So it's time to encourage your friends. Do not stay idle. It's fine if you're not having a black sketch pen available with you. Do not worry. You can just skip this process. So this is essential because it makes your artwork a little neater. Okay, so the black outlining thing is just to make your artworks a lot neater and so that it's easy for you to fill colors into it as well. So predominantly while using crayons, make it a habit that you are outlining your rough sketches with a black sketch pen before you go ahead with crayons. There's no stringent rule, but it's better to do that. It's just a guideline. Okay. And as I said, I'm not going to outline the oval. I'm just going to overdraw or outline the alphabets over here. Okay. So do not outline the oval, the main base oval, the rough sketch that we created. Just outline the alphabets now. Okay. So I hope all of you are also outlining. Do not rush this process of outlining. Be absolutely careful while doing that. This could be really a make or break of your artwork. By the time we all are outlining these, and for those who are not outlining, pay careful attention to what I say. So this time we have learned even a new technique of creating a word illustration. So word illustration, as you already know about it, is creating an artwork in such a way that the true meaning of the word is being reflected. So in the first class, we illustrated the word grow in such a way that the true meaning was reflected. The alphabets of the word grow were also expanding. I hope you are able to recollect those. In the next preceding class, we had the word look, where we created those eyes like O, and in the further class, we had yet another word, and that is how we focused on to the new techniques in the previous class, right? I see someone saying that we had the word city and we captured everything that we find in a city and we created a illustration, a word illustration in such a manner. And this time the word is pineapple, and we have made the word pineapple fit into the pineapple. Okay, so this time the literal meaning of the word pineapple is being used. There's no kind of stringent meaning, of course. It's just a fruit, so we have made the word look like a fruit itself. Okay, so that was yet another technique that was being introduced to you all in this class. And I'm just done over here, and I see some pencil lines over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase those pencil lines. Sorry. So I'm just going ahead and erasing these pencil lines wherever I find them to be unwanted. Just being as neat as possible into my artworks. Okay. So just erasing the unwanted pencil lines now, because now it is all about filling colors and making it vibrant. So just before we do that, I'm going to quickly get rid of these unwanted pencil lines. So I'm using an eraser, of course, over here to erase these pencil lines. Okay. Awesome. So once we are done with everything, we're done with the rough sketch, we're done with the outline, it's all time to fill colors. And there's no, different kind of thing we are going to learn for colors. It's just going to be basically filling the alphabets with yellow and the leaves with green. So you all can just get started with filling colors to this piece of work and make it more and more vibrant. Okay, so let us get started. I'm going to begin with the lower portion of filling yellow to the alphabets. Make sure you're filling colors only in the alphabet and not outside it. I've just started with a yellow wax crayon over here, and I'm filling color into the first alphabet, that is P, and I'm going to follow the same procedure in the rest of the word also. All right. If you could spot now, this is how we try to fit the word pineapple into a pineapple. Okay, so that is what I meant initially when I said we are going to fit the word pineapple into a pineapple. This is what we actually did in today's class. Okay. So I see some of you all showing me your artworks. Yes, I see some of you all showing me your artworks. Sahil, you have a beautiful artwork. You have created a really, really amazing sketch already. So good job. Ashmi is doing a great job as well. Very good. Parth is showing me his artwork as well. Really, really well done. So do not worry. You all can just begin by filling colors and then show me your artworks rather than wasting your time now. So let us quickly fill color and make it vibrant before we share our artworks. So even I'm going to focus a lot more on filling colors now. Okay, so it already looks like a pineapple to me, doesn't it? Does it look like a pineapple to you? Is it looking like a pineapple to you up till now? Yes, I see some of you are saying yes, miss. Of course. So I see it looking like a pineapple itself, and that is just because we created a rough sketch, and it was possible only because of the rough sketch to create such an illustration. Okay, so do not underestimate the power of a rough sketch. So that those are essentials as well. Okay, on to the last alphabet. Do not rush the process of coloring. You can even complete the artwork after this class ends. Do not rush the process of filling colors and making it unneat by now. Okay. So now I'm just going to top it off with these green leaves. So this is nothing but the crown of the pineapple, which is called as, but it is nothing but simple leaves to the fruit given by the nature. So using a single shade of green, if you are too much an artist kind of a person, you can just go ahead and give a shading of dark green and light green. But I like to keep it a little basic this time. So I'm going to use a single shade of green and I'm going to just go ahead with the same shade. But if you want, you can also give in a shading with dark green and light green of your choices. And I'm already loving it this way. I love this artwork just the way it is. What do you think about it up till now? Do you like it? Do you love it? And also tell me which was the most favorite artwork of this course for you. Which word or which illustration was the most favorite class for you? Quickly type it in the chat section before this class ends. Tell me which class was the most exciting and the most fun and your most favorite. Quickly type it in the chat section. Let's see who comes up with the answer first. Okay, Prutha says that the Grow class was the best class. It was the first class, of course. Grow was my favorite also. In that class, we used watercolors and we experimented with the meaning of the word. Of course, that class was indeed a really, really great class. Okay, I'm just done with filling colors. Just for a moment, getting back to you all in the chat section, but just for a moment, look at this illustration that we have created. I've completed it up till now, but in case you haven't completed, as I said, do not rush the process. You can complete it even after the class ends. Okay, so this was our illustration for today. We created this word illustration of pineapple in such a way that we fitted the word pineapple into a pineapple. So in all, the whole artwork looks like a pineapple itself. And that was the whole essence of the artwork. And for everybody who's still drawing, coloring, you can just continue doing that. And let's see what all answers do we have in the chat section. Okay, yes. So we see Prutha saying that Grow was the best class of this course. And there was somebody who was saying Look was the best class. Yes. So I think if we look back to all the classes of the course, there was something special and most favorite in each of the class. And that is what I think makes the class even more interesting. Because if I now look, this class for me is the most favorite class where I created this illustration of pineapple with you. And that was it. I hope all of y'all enjoyed this class. Y'all enjoyed the whole course. Y'all, sorry, had lots of learnings. And please do not forget to make your submissions for this class because this is the last class, and for everybody who has made your submissions consistently, you're going to receive a certificate by the end of this class for attending all the classes and making the submissions for all the classes. And till then, please take care of yourselves, stay creative, enjoy all the hobby classes on Uolo. And if you have any special demands for what kind of classes you want us to come up with, make sure you leave it in the chat section and we'll surely see what we can do about it. Okay. So I'll see you super duper soon in a new course on a new day. Till then, please take care, stay safe, and just keep enjoying all the creative classes on Uolo. Okay, bye-bye. I see you super soon.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions